Thank you, Akeem. Welcome to the brand new Baymahni Resort. I've been waiting a long time to say that, but it did not start here. Funny how this whole thing started. We went on an innocent vacation. My family and I were scrolling through pictures of Instagram and Exuma kept popping up. And I said to my wife, let's book a trip. Immediately within 2 hours, I meet the biggest builder here in Exuma, Rodney Burrows. My wheels started to turn because I am a developer back home. And I'm thinking, wow, what would it be like to build a place here in Exuma, Bahamas? Really, at the time, thought nothing of it until I stayed on this very island at this hotel. It was called Kahari at the time. And after the third day I was sold, I fell in love with Stocking Island. Said to my wife, wouldn't it be nice to build a VRBO or something next door? They might be selling some land, I hear. I go to the front desk. I try to get the guy's phone number who owned the hotel and the land next door. Comes to find out the guy lived 30 minutes from my house back near Philadelphia. So the stars definitely aligned. I got the builder, now I have the land. But what really sold me on that first trip was that sense of awe, that relaxing feeling like disappearing from the world when I was on this resort. Again, this is an island off of Great Exuma, so it was like our little escape. And the funny thing is, all of our pictures when we went back home, 99% of them were not of the resort, but it was this amazing island, 365 keys here in Exuma. We went up to the sandbar, we did the grotto, we did the lazy river. My kids swam with the pigs and the sharks. To this day, was one of the most amazing vacations we ever had. So at that point, my wife and I are sold on Exuma. What would it take to build here? So again, I met this guy, Rodney Burrows, right on the dock. I rented a $250 Boston Whaler from him. It was a 15-footer. He switched a bigger one out the next day, and he got there at 7 a.m. on the back dock here. And I said, what is building like? We sat at the Beacon restaurant. We have our special table there now for 2 hours talking about building. Where do you buy your materials? Me too. Everything comes from South Florida. So we had all of the same vendors. And at that moment, I went back and I told my wife, I said, this can be a reality. That was the first step, getting comfortable with building here. I had the biggest builder in Exuma. I was really comfortable. So the next step was to get the owner of this hotel's phone number and, more importantly, the land that he has next door. I searched everywhere, the front desk, the staff, nobody had it. Ironically, there was a guest staying there that did some work for him. I got his cell phone number. The minute I landed back in Stone Harbor, I called him. I had a 20-minute call. At first, he was like, how'd you get my number? Kept saying it over and over again. I was persistent. 20 minutes by the time I got to the breakfast place where we were eating, he said to me, maybe you and I should talk. And the beauty part of this, he lived 30 minutes from our house back home. So over the next few months, back and forth with the architects, the engineering, and meeting with him, we struck a deal to buy the land next door. Over the next couple months, we started to design these beautiful homes, and I would pitch them to folks, just like I do back in my other business. And everyone loved the homes, they loved the location, but everyone said, where's the gym? Where's the beach club? Where's the spa? Where's the restaurants? And the same guy had the hotel next door. So really what happened was to jumpstart that project. It was a lot, but we were able to strike a deal and buy the hotel, which really accelerated this project. Now that hotel needed a lot of work. This really wasn't a hotel. It was a lot of VRBO units, and the kitchens were big, bathrooms were small. So it needed a huge amount of renovations, even though it was only 8 years old. But more importantly, the iconic point out in front of this resort needed a beach club, a state-of-the-art beach club. We went to Miami, hired one of the top hotel designers and land developers, and they designed this beautiful beach club behind us with the most amazing pool out on the point. Now we have the plans, we've got the renderings, it's beautiful, but the first thing to tackle is renovating this resort. And day one was not easy.
Boy, yeah.
What happened here, Rodney? Hurricane come through?
Yeah,
Hurricane Rodney. Oh man. So this is that unit we were talking about, but check this out, guys. This is where the old kitchen was, which was huge. These were originally going to be VRBOs, not hotel rooms. That's why the kitchens were so big. That's why the bathrooms were so small. So we're taking this whole area, making it a bathroom, which is going to be great.
Next step, we're going to stud the wall between the bathroom and the closet, and then all this plumbing has to be rearranged to be put in place where it's supposed to be. Like the toilet is over here where I'm standing. And then, you know, the vanities are basically where Jake's standing. So all this plumbing has to be moved.
And then after that's electrical?
Electrical, yeah.
The original layout had a very large kitchenette area and a very small bathroom. We decided to open up the walls, reconfigure the space. Now there's enough room for a double bowl sink, a sizable closet for storage, and a privatized toilet area, all leading out into the outdoor shower space. Guys, double bowl sink is going to, this is awesome, by the way. Look at this. This whole wall is going to be tile. Light, right?
Right.
Then, like, beautiful view, brushing your teeth of the beautiful water. But this is going to be that oak on the side where the vanity on the wall, right? And then what are we doing wood on the inside of this? Are we wrapping this with oak?
This is just copy hold.
I know, but
Right here, this is wood.
Okay.
So that's where I want to box this down.
I got you. So see, look at this, guys.
You
So
got a box
you're
to
up
sit
there,
down
storage. To the left of that sink are going to be these cubbies made of that white oak.
Hey, Andrew.
And that's what Rodney's talking
Yeah,
about
Andrew.
right now. So
Yeah, I need to see you.
the cubbies will come out to here, so there'll be a wall. So that'll be nice for storage. Rodney had a very good handle, again, making those kitchens smaller and making the bathrooms bigger. Then we had to lay out and start building the beach club. But the project did not come without its setbacks and its surprises. All right, so guys, this will be the covered area of the bar area. And what's really neat is that we're gonna have these sections that will offshoot a covered porch all the way around. And the cool thing about this beach club is all of the angles. You're gonna have this angle going right out into the pool, this angle going south looking at Elizabeth Harbor. You've got this other angle looking out at this other harbor. So there are a ton of views here. We're gonna have a round bar in the middle. Again, it looks small. I'm looking at it for the first time, looks a little bit small, but once that gets enclosed, it definitely takes shape and it'll give it some volume. Apparently is an issue on the north side of this beach club, and what is that issue, Mr. Sir?
All right, well, we got, in my mind, we got to put a retaining wall here.
So what you're saying is this side, it faces north,
It's close.
is gonna have that covered porch.
And it's
The
close to
problem
edge.
is we have no land, the topography's going down, and that porch, the end of the porch is where?
Right here.
Right here, oh, right here.
Yeah, so I want to create a retaining wall. I think you need a retaining wall along here to stop this erosion.
So we obviously didn't have the retaining wall in the budget.
No.
How does that work? You dig? What's the retaining
I
wall?
got to dig the foundation footing here about 3 feet straight along here.
Concrete?
Pour that concrete and then come up at an angle.
Of what?
And cap it.
What block?
Concrete.
Poured concrete or
Poured
concrete block?
Me preferably, but prefer to do it in concrete.
What do you think that's going to cost?
Probably, I'd say another 50 grand or so.
50?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, all that's concrete. This footing, at least 50 grand.
Seriously, 50?
Swear. I mean, you got cement, rock, steel, sand, yeah. At least.
And our alternative.
Well, I mean, the thing is this is going to root up like this. This is going to look nasty. You understand?
That's a lot of margaritas. How much is the profit on a margarita?
Well, I mean, here it is. I'm putting the idea out to you.
Trico, say we make 10 bucks on a margarita. Divide $10, 50,000 by 10 bucks. No, it's a lot of margaritas that we have to sell.
What we got to look at is, here's the deal. I'm going to save the money for somewhere else. I want us to think about this somehow.
All right, let's do the retaining wall.
This retaining wall.
So we did have our issues on the beach club. However, when I went back after the renovation, the demo, the craftsmanship of Rodney's workers, all of these folks locally here in the Bahamas is unbelievable. One of my favorite stories was visiting Keith one day when he was hanging shiplap.
You're prepping. Guys, check this out. So we got this beautiful tile.
Right.
You're not the tiler, you're the
No.
trimmer. And let me
Right,
tell you,
I'm
I
the
saw some of
carpenter.
the work over there. Unbelievable trim work. The
Okay.
miters are spot on.
All right.
But what you're doing is you're trying to pack this wall out
Right.
so this shiplap runs flush,
Right, flush with that.
the tile.
You got it. That's right.
All right, so do we have a piece of...
Yeah, we have pieces right here.
Is it already cut?
Yeah, they're already cut. I only got to fit them.
So we're going to put the one on.
Right.
And
Now it's got to be
Look
flush
at
with the tile. Yeah, you see?
that is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's got to be flush with the tile. So when we shoot it, and we put those other pieces, that's it.
So what you're doing is you're doing each one, you're going to cut it and then nail everything
Right,
once.
right, yeah.
I got it. A lot of work. You don't realize when you
Yeah,
go into
yeah.
these rooms and they're done, all
Right.
the back work, it really
Right,
gets
yeah.
done. But I'll tell you what, that's beautiful.
Yeah, man. Trying
All right, Keith, I'm going to come back. And how long do you think before we put this
Put
up?
this back. Just give me what 5 to 10 minutes.
5, 10 minutes, and go check back on Keith and we'll
Right,
put that
right,
up.
yeah.
All right, buddy. You're doing a great job. Thank you.
Yeah, you're cool, man.
All right, man.
All right.
So there you see the prep work that Keith is doing. Joseph is another trimmer working on next door. They're a little bit more advanced over there on the shiplap. Let's go check it out. So what they're doing is they're making their cuts, but what they're doing is they're stacking everything on top of each other before they nail it. Make sure all those miters are perfect on the corners and making sure where that pocket door goes. That's cut a little bit too. So very meticulous you guys are. Very, very good trimmers.
I slide it right in there. Up.
Puzzle.
There you go. All right. All right. There you
Look
go.
at that. You are good.
Slide it back to me a little bit from the back. Use the chisel, push it in the back. And
Yeah, you're putting me to work there.
Right. All right, that's good, man. Yeah. All right, thank you, Stevie.
And I'll tell you, look at that.
That's a little piece of wood to kill the seam. Up in the ceiling, round and round.
Anytime in construction, one thing that I look at is the miter cuts on a corner. When Keith cut these corners, they were absolutely perfect. Next step is a painter usually putties that and then paints, but Keith made the painter's job so easy with his perfect miter cuts. Speaking of painters, next step was to start painting these villas. All right, next stop, we are finally painting now that all the boards have been replaced inside now. And Wendell, look at that color. I love it. So what are you doing? You're getting the sides first.
So we cutting, Lisa cutting, and after he finish cut, then he can start rolling. Bringing it back.
Okay, that's nice. So not, you're going to cut in between.
In between
and
the joints.
And look how good you are, man. Look at that. You're going around there cutting in because that board and batten's laying right on that
Thank you, sir.
first deck piece there. So I like the color. Looks good.
Well, if you like it, I love it.
Okay, that was a deck color, and my buddy Rotosh is in here painting. Look at you. We got the white going on that V-groove, up and down. You are a very good painting. You were in here yesterday with that hot dog roller, weren't you? I'll tell you, look at it. Look how close he gets. It doesn't get any paint on that tile. And I'll tell you what, it is really shaping up in here. Now, before you had a primer coat on, right?
Yep.
And now when we have that final coat, that brightens it up even more. Everything in here is getting painted white. That looks great. Now that we get the shiplap done and the painting, next steps are to refinish all the floors. All right, next stop is this other unit in here. And here, what are we doing, Sincere?
I'm sanding the floor.
Sand the floors. Now, these had so many layers of just polyurethane. They were very, very dark. As you can see, they're getting lighter. And next door, they're actually just putting a clear coat on,
Yes,
which
sir.
is really,
Yes, they are.
again, going to brighten up this unit.
I
So-
haven't get the scene of it yet, but I know it's gonna look good because if it doesn't look good when it's getting sand, imagine when they're putting the gloss on it.
Now, this renovation of this hotel was not just the rooms. It involved the beacon, expanding the porch and enclosing the porch, building a new kids club and a gym. We converted the old gym into 2 one-bedroom units because we were trying to add more units. We had to remodel the only 2-bedroom out on the lagoon. And at one point, we probably had 8 different projects going on in this resort. And Rodney had over 60 guys here. So it was definitely spread out. But the main focal point, the heart of Baymahni, was the beach club out on the point. And I always say in the business, I love vertical progress. We spent so much time with the groundwork, and all the foundations were so crucial because of all of the design being here in a coastal in the Caribbean. But I really wanted to see that vertical progress. So I tried my best to convince Andy for some vertical progress at the Beach Club. There's just so much groundwork and rebar in the ground to support that. But finally, we're coming out of the ground. Let's go check it out. All right, guys, so this is the update of the Beach Club. As you know, there was a lot of groundwork that was done last time. All right, let me ask you this.
Hey.
I always love the word vertical progress. When are we gonna stand up walls?
I start tomorrow.
Tomorrow. What would it take to just frame one wall and stand it up right now?
I can't do it, Steve. Steve, I can't do it.
I want to see vertical progress. That would be great. All right, let's just try one plate. Get the other end. Ready? Here we go. I got it. All right, so at least we can say that I got the plate.
Stoppers would
Trying
be
to get
good.
Captain Andy to light one wall up just while I was here. But we'll wait till tomorrow. All right, so how long? We're gonna frame this. You have all the walls up tomorrow? 2 days? 3 days?
I can see what I can make happen with my magic pencil.
And then,
But there's a lot of timber, you know.
Then a lot of timber here.
There's
A lot of timber laying around here. All right, one last time. Can we just frame this wall? We got one piece. You put this one on the bottom. Let me show you how you do it. You lay your plate, your floor plate, right? You got your 8-foot cuts. You put your top on, what are we, 16-inch on center? The rest is easy. All right, next time. We just did a tour. I know it's breaking your chops about vertical progress, but the rooms look fantastic. They're all done. They're ready for furniture. We have a shipping container coming next week or the following.
Yes.
So we're going to furnish these. We're going to put the countertops in. And I'll be able to stay with you over here instead of across the pond. All right, guys, all this progress is all possible by Captain Andy Trico. I call him Captain. He reminds me of a pirate ship captain, the way you talk.
Arr.
So thank you very much. I will be back.
You're welcome.
And looking forward to seeing the progress and the
I will
completion.
be vertical when you be
Vertical progress. I love vertical
I mean,
progress.
not me physically, the building vertically.
See you, buddy. Thank you. You're doing a hell of a job.
Thank you.
Now, this is a lot of construction, a lot of renovation. The Beach Club is amazing. A lot of investment for just 12 villas. I mentioned that we converted the old gym, built a new one, so now we have 2 more 1-bedroom units. That'll bring us up to 14, and also we have the 2 bedrooms. So if you're talking key counts, which is the amount of bedrooms, we're up to 16 keys, which is here. But over the years, we've had some big name hotels look at it to potentially brand, which we decided not to do, but they all told us that this hotel needed a minimum of 32 keys, meaning 32 bedrooms. So I mentioned before, we were able to acquire the land next door, and we had 16 keys here. We decided to build 13 2-bedroom villas. So if you're like me and you want to keep coming back to this beautiful Exuma, you can build a villa, use it when you're there, and rent it out when you're not. And the hotel handles all of that concierge service. And that's gonna add 26 new bedrooms on top of our 16. So we're gonna have more than 32. We'll have 42 keys when this is done. Now, that is why we are building such a big beach club. That's why we added so much money to the Beacon, the new kids club, and all that. Again, it's to receive all of that future development that's right down the road. So remember when I said earlier that those folks would say, where's the restaurant? Where's the beach club? Where's the spa? Well, what is going to support those amenities? What is going to support that staff? And again, it's the key count. We'll have 42 keys, which will be great. So the folks on phase 3, remember, phase 1 is the hotel. Phase 2 is adding the 2-bedroom villas. And then phase 3 will be the estate homes over on that 40 acres. So we were going to spread them out, 3 phases going on here. And that ultimately is how you achieve answering that question, where can I go and where are the amenities? They're over here on 4 acres, and folks over on the estate houses can enjoy privacy. They're spread out. They're not densely built, and they're going to be beautiful. Sometimes I need to overcome as a developer. When you build something, you're looked at as sometimes the bad guy. And I always tell folks, I've done something different. I have always lived in the communities or the islands that I built on. Even back home, we were in a beach town in the Northeast, and I lived there. I built over 200 homes. I got to know everybody, and I'm doing that here. I'm going to own one of the 2-bedroom villas. Again, that's how this whole thing started. And the seller was going to sell this land no matter what. Rather than a corporation coming in and buying this and trying to squeeze every dollar out of it, I'm going to live here. So I'm preserving 70% of the green space over there. There are a lot of mangrove that we spent over a year and a half preserving and really embracing the environment. And what I've learned through this DEP, Department of Environmental Protection approval, is all these great things that we really wanted to embrace here on the island. And one of the things that I learned is that the baby stingray hide in these mangroves. And I thought they were really small, but they're actually pretty big. So again, we wanted to really embrace that. I'm going to be living here. Nobody wants development, but I say if it is going to be developed, I hope that they would see that the guy that's developing it is going to live there, cares about the Bahamas, cares about the environment, and wants to enjoy all the things that they think are going to go away. So before we did all that, we have to get the hotel done. The beach club, the pool, all the renovation of the villas, but we added a couple structures. I talked about the kids club and the gym, but one of the most important things on this private island is to have the managers live in a manager's unit. So what we were able to do was build this great 1-bedroom, looks out into the lagoon, and it would house potentially a husband and wife management team that will live here on the island to run this hotel. And it looks like they're making a lot of progress. Let's go check it out. So here it is, the new manager's unit. The structure is great. They got the cedar roof on. We are going to town, man. Look, this looks great. Painting, man, we don't waste any time. Painting before it's done. Guys, look at that detail up there. I always keep saying the word I always use is classic Bahamian love. The guy behind the camera, let's go. You're gonna climb up here. We're gonna check out this view. First floor is gonna be great. Living, wow, look, he's got the V-groove going up. He does not waste any time. So down here will be the kitchen and living room. We have a little area here. We decided to put a spiral staircase up here. They have one, probably the most incredible view on the island up here. Wow, check out the views here. Incredible. Benji!
Hey!
What's up, man?
Dave, how are you doing, man? Nice to see you again.
Benji was over at Hooper's Bay. He did all the roofing there. And let me guess, you're doing the shingles up here too?
Yes, sir.
What's that view like
And
up there?
the TV joints.
Oh, you're doing the V-groove too?
Yeah.
Man, Ronnie's got the painters here, the V-groove guys,
Yeah, he's
siders. He wants this place done. This, I was talking about the view. Look at this. This, we had a double, I mean, this is one of the most incredible views here. This is for the managers. I don't think they're going to want to ever go to work. They're going to want to stay. They're going to want to managers' quarters. They're going to want to stay up here. I was up here about a month ago. You had the second floor on, and there were no windows on this wall. And that's another tip, guys. If you're building something, make some field changes, right? We had a window from another unit. I mean, to not have this view, especially looking out, would be a waste. So we threw that window. This is going to be their bedroom. And of course, they have a porch. This is one of the best views out here on the lagoon. Truth be told, this might be a rental unit. You know, we're trying to get the villas up. So the managers might be in the middle of the property. This is too good, man. Look at this. What can we rent this out for a night, Benji? $1,000 a night for the hotel rooms. But look at this. V-groove, love it. We are kicking butt. I'm glad I came up here. This is awesome. Thank you. So over the next 12 months, this project definitely tested everybody's ability. This is the most amazing project that I've ever done, but it was one of the most stressful projects I've ever done in my life. And again, it's logistics, getting product from the port over in Georgetown on the barge over here, leaving Fort Lauderdale before that. So there's a lot of logistics, just getting the materials here. And once they're here, they've got to go through customs and obviously get installed. And over the next 12 months, Rodney was really making progress here with the renovation. The beacon was starting to take shape, the manager's unit, kids club, it was all really starting to come together. And finally, we had vertical progress here on the beach club. The rendering was starting to take form, but I got a phone call from Rodney, and usually that's not good news on this construction project.
Hey, Steve.
Rodney.
What's happening, my man?
What's up, buddy? Well, you sound like you're in a good mood, so that's good. Every time you call me, it's usually a problem that we have to go over. What's
Come up top. I got a surprise for you.
Uh-oh, a surprise. Holy cow. I thought the furniture wasn't here yet. This is insane. Look at this. What'd you do, man? You've been working. Furniture's here. The paint. Wow. Look at that view. Those chairs came out great. They look great in renderings. They look good here. Holy cow.
Looks different finish.
It does, doesn't it?
It does.
Rodney, look at the bathroom. This bathroom is amazing. It's bigger, right? Because I remember, Rodney, that bathroom stopped here and we made it bigger. Countertops were definitely the right choice. Look at this, absolutely beautiful. The lighted mirror, that tile we picked. I mean, it looks great when it's up, but when everything, faucets on, it just looks amazing. We have the outdoor shower all done. Wow. You know, it's funny, guys, this is what it's all about. You see these construction videos, and we had renderings of this room, and those renderings do not do it justice. Look at this. Wow.
This is beautiful.
Thank you. Look at that. I thought it was going to be a stressful
Yeah, man. Nice.
problem that we were going to go through, but man, you've been busting your butt. Love it. You should be proud, man. Love it.
Yeah, man, I am. It looks really good. A big transition.
Now they're all like this, right?
Yeah, they're all like this. All 12.
That's a joke. We were just in them. So thank you, buddy. Look at
man.
this. Could you, hey, sit out here with me. Oh, we always dream. Call
That's
room
it.
service.
That's the life, man.
Get us a bottle of something. And to think, here's the best part. 2 years ago, I called you about renting a boat. Hey, what's real estate like? It's good. Can't find anything. We were right over there.
Right on.
I
George
fell in
Street.
love with the resort. You had expertise. Could never do it without you. I only wanted a lot over there. We ended up buying the hotel together, and here we are.
Looks good.
Crazy.
Nice journey.
This is awesome. Thank you, buddy. Was amazing, an amazing surprise. One of the challenges with this project, I was able to move to South Florida. I'm a 45-minute flight here, and I would be coming down weekly, sometimes bi-weekly, but I was really looking forward to the summertime. All the villas were done inside. I decided to bring my family here for a month. Now, the villas were great, but outside, the kids were living in the middle of a construction project. And we needed all hands on deck to get this project done. Look at this. Zoe.
Master painter.
She must have heard me yelling at Rodney that this hotel needs to open up in 60 days. Yeah. How's she doing? Perfect.
Good job, Zoe.
Oh, more paint.
From pool to paint.
I love it.
Good job, Zoe, getting this place
That's the
done.
second coat. What color is that?
Sherwin-Williams Pure White.
You know it. That's all you hear me
Beautiful.
say is pure white. That's our signature color. We use it on everything. Love it. Have you been in our new pool?
No, but I can't wait to.
Well, let's do it now. Actually, come here. I want to show you something. Come down here. We're trying to deal with the depth. It's done because we want everybody to be able to see that.
Oh, this is perfect height.
Yeah, but what about down here in the deep end?
I'm a little shorter, so that definitely won't be
Let's
able
see
to.
where you'll be able to
I'll
not
need my
go.
pool noodle for this.
So you can still go there and still look.
Yeah, I can still look.
And it's
I can on the
not
wall.
bad here.
No, it's good. You want to be swimming around.
Yeah.
Laying in
Well,
a
you
float.
want, I get it, but you want to be this height. I was hoping it wasn't too shallow and not too deep.
I think it's over my head almost.
Yeah, but
But it's okay. I can lay on a raft and look out.
look at this. Isn't this cool? I mean, you have views from every single point. Looks
oh
like
my
we're
goodness.
in the water.
Even when you turn around, it's amazing.
I got a question.
What?
Do you know how many palm trees and leaves they had to cut to do that thatch roof? Guess how many?
I imagine a lot.
None.
100?
None. It's not real thatch.
It's not?
No, because
What?
it's unbelievable. It's a constructed thatch. I found this company. It's called Palm X.
That's not real.
It's not real. It's a constructed thatch. And the best part, I caught this halfway through. I was going to use cedar shakes. It would have taken forever. And it would have never had this look. I found this company, and it's a constructed thatch, 180 mile an hour winds it'll stand up to. It will not catch on fire. And one of the things, if it was a real thatch roof, every 5 years, like the gift shop that we have, it would just be brittle.
Yeah.
But look at that. It's unbelievable.
That's fantastic. I can't
Love
believe
it.
that's not real.
Yeah, I
So
even tricked you, huh?
realistic. Yeah, you did.
What do you think that is over there?
That shack over there?
Yeah, it is a shack. It's called Dak Shack. Let's go check it out. Before I show you the Dak Shack, what can I get you?
One gourmet smash.
One gourmet
please.
smash. Do
Refill.
you know where this is? Where are we? We're dead center of the beach club.
Is this gonna be the bar?
It's going to be a circular bar. It's going to go around, which is cool, right? I think everyone's going to fight for this seat because it's straight on.
definitely
Although, if they're over here, they'll
There's
fight for that
everywhere.
seat. It's incredible.
Views all around. There's not a bad seat in this place.
So we're going to have food in here, and out by the pool, if you're out there, you'll be able to order food. We'll have lounge chairs, cabanas on both sides, and which would be great. And after that, I always talk about in a construction project is like you really start to put the pieces back together. It's not the demo anymore. It's really just one layer after another layer of finishes, and the resort really started to take shape. One thing everybody looks forward to in a construction project is landscaping. The palm tree started to go in, and Roddy was incredible with getting the flowering bushes. We went over to Florida to source 70 coconut trees, which is game changer. Today we're on site. It's the day I've been waiting for a while, and we are planting coconut trees. And coconut trees, they do grow here in the Bahamas, but they all come from Florida. So Rodney and I were, last month, we picked them where we were gonna put them over here. We've been laying out, picked them in Florida, we got them shipped over, and today they're planting them. So could not be happier. And just with any construction project, when you bring in landscaping, it is amazing how much everything just transforms into a real thriving resort here. And this green palms over here next to that thatch roof on that beach club is unbelievable. We've been staring at renderings that had beautiful landscaping, and today is the reality where this landscaping is actually going on site, and this resort is finally taking shape. I've been waiting for this day for the beginning of the project.
We still got to lay out some trees down along here. We got these 3 that's going to go along here, and then we got 1 or 2 more over here. And then I saved 3 trees for when we back out of this barge ramp to plant along on the opposite side of the pool to match that area.
This is an area that I really wanted.
There's 1 more to go here too.
So you got 1 here, and 1 there.
And 1 there.
I think that'll be enough to create that outdoor dining
area.
Maybe hang some bistro lights with them, just it'll be really, really cool. So this will all be that sand area. But
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna level this out better than this, and then we'll sand it so you can put maybe a chair, table, whatever somebody wants to have lunch, you can have it right out here.
it's looking great. I love it. It just looks so different with having the palm trees in here. It's just amazing. He did tell me something the other day on the phone. He tells me, you know, this place could have used 20 more coconut trees.
Yeah, still could.
Could, but here's the problem. Like, we went over to Florida, tagged them, had to get a special permit, had to get it approved.
We still could get that.
I know, but it's like, we got to get this place open.
Yeah, you still could open the place because...
So when we do phase 2, we can bring some in.
Well, once we start doing the phase 2, then we can bring some and pack them in between here. I mean, that could be done.
Can't be bringing an excavator when people are laying out on the beach. The first rendering that I show everyone, this was such a big, valuable piece of property here on the point. It just lent itself to a pool. Everybody said it would be amazing to have a pool out there, and that's what we did. But behind the pool is the beach club. And here's a tip. Folks were asking me about renderings and, you know, how did you sell this to folks as a resort? You know, we pre-sold real estate. This has to be the most amazing piece on the property. And we spent a lot. We've got about $2 million into this beach club. OBMI did an incredible job with designing it. We spent a little bit more on renderings, and the renderings were so realistic that folks, if I was on an airplane or if I was selling one of the lots next door for a villa, they would say, is that done? Is it ready? Is that, because it looks so real. But what can't replace a rendering is this view in reality. I just got here, I haven't been here in a couple of weeks, and check this out. You've got 180-degree views. The engineer just calculated it's about 270 degrees because it's wider than 180, but there is not a bad seat in the house here. Coming here, this project has been insanely stressful. I've started this 2 years ago, and I was talking to my wife. I'm not kidding. I might want to be a bartender here and just, after this project, call it quits, maybe for a year or 2, maybe forever. This is not a bad life. What can I get you? The bartender has the best view in this place, by the way. Well, I guess the people from that side will be able to look out there and everything, but not a bad job. So maybe the next videos will be me cocktail behind the bar. I could get used to it. Being a developer, you've got to be able to look and have vision, which I do. Even though that you design the beach bar and where it's going to be, there are certain features that you start to see. And I love this area. This is to the north side of the beach bar. And I was down here on the beach looking this way. Let me show you guys down here. And it's just an incredible setting. You've got this natural retaining wall that Rodney had put in. We've got these palm trees, and I can really envision people up here at night dining out here, and the restaurant is right there. So what we decided to do, this was going to be shrubs. We're gonna put sand in here, and we're gonna put a couple tables out here. I mean, this is great. And depending on which way the wind is blowing, if the wind's blowing that way, this will be protected. We have that big area on the other side that we already designed for seating, but this is great. So can't wait to have dinner up here. I was away from this project right before it was done for about 2 weeks, and it is amazing the amount of work that they did in those 2 weeks. And just like that day, when I left for 2 weeks, I stepped off that dock like a guest looking around, and I was in awe. So let's go right now and take a look at this resort from the beginning to the end. So here it is, we are officially done, we're open, and it is amazing. And it all starts with the water taxi coming over from EYC to our back dock here. Tiana and Patrika are always here with a warm smile to welcome us here to, you can come out, to beautiful Baymahni. They're usually standing out there with their welcome drinks. They could not be more helpful with things to do. And this one I think is gonna sell a villa soon because she's very interested in the real estate. Now, both of you are great. And I understand that your brother has an ATV company. Somebody came out and wanted to go on those. So if you guys are here, you can come down to the front desk and these young ladies will take care of you. So this is something that we didn't have. We did not have this reception area. So I thought it was very important to have a go-to spot. If you've got questions with the rooms, or if you have, some ideas of what you might want to do off this island, that is a great source. One of my favorite places is the Beacon Restaurant. I've been here every night for the last 3 days, and it's unbelievable. As you know, in past videos, we were showing how this was a covered porch area, and I wanted this to look like it's always been here. And we were able to get a lot of old memorabilia, cards, postcards from the 50s and the 60s. We put it on the walls here. Over here, there's old black and white pictures. Some of these are from Exuma, and it's just amazing. This is incredible. This was a porch before we enclosed it. Rodney made all of these mahogany windows to match the existing resort. But this, wait till you see it at night. This is my favorite part. We had an artist come in and hand paint this mural. And if you looked at before and after pictures of this Beacon restaurant, it is completely different. The music, the vibe at night, boats pull up in the lagoon. It's open to the public. They can come here and they're wowed when they come inside. So these are the villas that face the marina. We have a little smaller marina out here today. Boats are leaving. We're planning on adding another dock for some more boats. But this is our cove back here, and it's absolutely beautiful. We have 4 of these that go along the cove. And one of the things, a lot of folks, it's so quiet back here in the Marina Cove area. People prefer to be back here. And we took that interest, and as we build the more 2 bedrooms next door, we're going to be adding 7 more of these 2 bedrooms over on the Marina Cove. They're great for boaters. If you want to come down, keep your boat here. And if you want a 2 bedroom lockout unit that we build over there, that's where you'll be. But look at the view out here. Unbelievable, quiet, beautiful. And there it is. That's what makes this property so unique, is this cove that I call Marina Cove. Now our plan is to sprinkle villas over there on the 40 acres in the future. And we're doing it in a way, I'm a developer, I'm having a home over there. We're preserving 70%, I keep saying it's 70% of the green space over there. And we just don't want it to lose this feeling of awe and quietness. And that brings us to the highest point of the island. You can see down there the water. And this building, it's about 40 by 40. It's called the Lookout. This is open for weddings. It's going to be like the hotel lobby. And it's just a great spot. If it's raining, you can go up there and sit. So welcome to Tingsies. So everything in the Bahamas is Tingham. It's Tingham. It means that thing, this thing, and I guess collecting Tingsies. So we took that native language and we called this Tingsies. And what is Tingsies? Well, it's sunglasses, it is sunscreen, windbreakers, just all the merch, hats here at Baymahni. So this is a great spot. All of these products, I found out from management that these are all handmade in Nassau. We think it's very important to keep everything here local. So that's amazing, all these products here from Nassau. One of my favorite walkways here on the island. But look at this, guys. This is our pool in the middle. We have that big pool on the point, but we decided to keep this pool, and the decision was made, let's call it Pinky's Pool. We gave it a cool little vibe in here. And folks, come in here again, it's quiet, right? It's very, very quiet here. Some folks here at night, especially, and during the day, they just get away from it all. So check out Pinky's Pool here. It's one of our 2 pools that we have here. And here are the beach villas. These are some of my favorite. I love the Marina Cove villas as well. Even though my favorite part of this whole resort is coming up, the beach club and the pool, which has a livelier vibe, but this is relaxing. People are out here under the palapas. We have 8 of these beachfront villas. They're absolutely beautiful, and people are just loving it. You have seen me walk down this beach before, and to see not a construction site and to see villas that are done, but more importantly, people sitting on the front porch and enjoying them, it's unbelievable. That vision has come to life and people are enjoying it. We have the little DAC Shack, which is a great little addition. Go out there. If you don't want to go to the beach club and you're on the beach here, you can get yourself a drink at the DAC Shack, which is pretty cool. They also have the games out there, the Jenga and the sand games as well. A great thing that we have here right in front of the resort is 5 reefs right out front of the point. So here at the DAC Shack, you can get all your water sports, your paddle boards, your kayaks. They have snorkel gear out there. Go out there with my kids and sometimes you'll count 20, 25 different species of fish. It's amazing. So let's go check out one of these villas. All right, let's check out one of these beach villas. They are finally done. Now remember, we have 8 of these and they are just steps from the beach and they came out fantastic. Unbelievable. If you saw in past videos, all of this woodwork was mahogany. It just needed that white, bright look, and it looks amazing. And my favorite part, this is actually the unit we stayed in when we first were at the old hotel, is right here. Check out those views, unbelievable steps to the water. And this whole resort is relaxing, and we really have, hear the music, here it comes. We have this amazing beach club. When I first went through here for the first time with people in it, it wasn't a rendering, it was so exciting. And check it out, it came out unbelievably beautiful. People are here at the bar enjoying. Hello guys.
Cheers!
How are you?
Hello,
How
we're great.
are you enjoying Baymahni?
Oh my God.
We're loving it.
Best view in the house there. Look at
Yes.
that pool out there.
Perfect, perfect.
Came through here. Got a bunch of people here from another resort. They came here for the day. Incredible. And this all filters into the amazing pool out here on the point. And one of my favorite views, the most amazing view, was that original rendering that we did. And I always tell folks, keep your back, including you, keep your back to the beach club. But when you go out here to the point, which is an incredible view, and you turn around and no more renderings, we have reality and it is so beautiful. Guys, check this out. Beach club. It's done, it's thriving, people are enjoying it, they're coming here by boat, and it's amazing. So there you have it. I've been waiting a long time to really give you the tour of the new Baymahni here in Exuma, and to think that 3 years ago, in 1 month it'll be 3 years, I came here, this property, on an innocent vacation. So blessed and fortunate to be able to buy it, renovate it, and now sell villas right next door. And it is amazing, all the support. Anytime I go to Exuma, everywhere, all the guests, they all follow along. I want to thank you for that. And one thing, I just did a video this morning. I was standing on that point right over there, and my wife and I were talking, and we knew that we could buy the hotel. We had it all structured. We made the decision right there. I put an X on it yesterday in the video, and I said, let's do it. We decided. We made a decision to leave everything behind, develop this private island here in Exuma, Bahamas, and it has been fantastic. And I carry this bottle around, and it reads, here at Baymahni, we feel disconnected from the world. Stranded in paradise, no rescue needed. And it's just a reminder of how this all started. And this is just the beginning of this hotel, where again, we're going to be bringing in private residences so more people can enjoy what I fell in love with. And one thing I'm very humbled by too is that so many people come up to me and say, you are living my dream. Everybody says that. And if I can buy a villa, or if I can stay at your hotel, or just follow along and be a part of that, that's what they want. And that's awesome. That makes me feel great. So come check out Baymahni and hope to see you around. So thank you very much for following along my journey here in beautiful Exuma. And who knows, maybe this message in a bottle will find you.